Hello and welcome back to Bolt Action CP for battle report number 14, another Conflikt 47 battle report. So today we're doing the Americans against the British again. Here's the board. It's a dense urban terrain, kind of bordering on a rural zone here at the river. It's 1250 again. We're playing demolition. So we each have a base in our deployment zone, and we must destroy the enemy base. So there's Andre's base there. He's got this side, kind of right there by the refinery. And my base is over here in the crater. So we'll go over the forces real quick, and then we'll go over the deployment, and then we'll get started. So 1250, I have 4 squads of regulars, 2 BARs and 2 of them, and 1 BAR and the other one. The rest are all rifles. Officer and 1 guy, regular. And then I have a heavy machine gun, light howitzer, medium mortar with spotter. Got the heavy infantry again. Try to give these guys another try, see if they can live to do something this time. I'm trying out this Sherman T Tesla tank today. Got the Coyote, 2 medium machine gun jeeps, and 2 regular trucks. So that's my force, and we'll go over and see what the British are bringing this time.
So today I'm trying out a proxy of the Buffalo. That's the Sherman hull there. I've got a Greyhound. I'm trying the same walker that Travis had last time with the 75mm on it. I've got my forward observer, the Free Dude. I've got 2 5-man squads of veterans, 2 with submachine guns. I've got a 5-man squad of inexperienced infantry. That's kind of a new one for me. And my second lieutenant, a heavy mortar, my heavy artillery, and 2 10-man squads of paratroopers with the stubborn rule. And 4 of those, actually 5 including the NCO, are going to have submachine guns. And the Buffalo has a 24-man capacity, so I might be loading that up. It's also equipped with 2 MMGs and a light autocannon. See you at turn 1.
Alright, deployment's over. So we'll go over where we deployed. We each had to deploy half our units, rounding down, in our deployment of 12 inches. So his objective is right there. So I've deployed my heavy infantry, light howitzer, and Coyote scout walker there. I got one of those 10-man squads with 2 BARs in that truck, and my medium mortar is right there. His spotter is sitting right there in the good field of fire, or a good field of view, over where he can't see, the mortar can't see. And my 50 cal is kind of in these ruins looking down that road. And the British have deployed their Grizzly Walker in these ruins here. He's got a good cannon on him, so he's covering that approach there. His heavy howitzer is there, and the spotter for the heavy howitzer is inside that building, or in those ruins. And over here he's got his Buffalo transport with 2 10-man paratrooper squads, obviously ready to race down there, make it a really short game. Move. Turn 1, it's over. And then the Greyhound. So that's it. That's the deployment, and we'll be back at the end of turn 1. Alright, turn 1's over. We just only had half units, so not a lot happened on this turn. Start over on this side of the board. My mortar fired around at his heavy howitzer and missed. This truck with the infantry did a run move, so he's up there with the infantry inside the truck. We'll get back to the walker. My heavy infantry advanced, and then they took fire from that walker. They lost one man to the heavy machine gun, so they lost one in a pin. My light howitzer fired smoke, and he didn't stick to 6, so Andre moved it over to there, the smoke marker. Interesting stuff on this side is where everything happened. He had that buffalo with 2 10-man squads of paratroopers. So he raced down that road, and both of his squads ran out. So he's right there by the objective. The buffalo fired on my heavy machine gun. They went down, so they needed 7s, and all the firing 2 medium machine guns, light autocannon, didn't put any hits on them. So my walker that was right there decided to come over and help these guys out. I wanted to assault them, but reading the rules, he was facing direction up there. I wanted to turn, run, and assault, but apparently you have to be able to move in a straight line straight forward to assault an infantry unit. He couldn't do that because he had to make a 90-degree turn and couldn't do it. So he has the agile rule. I think maybe he should be able to do something like that with that rule, but it doesn't say that I found anywhere. So anyway, he's going to cause these guys some problems because there's no way that they can hurt him right now. But he did bring up his Greyhound in support. He has a light AT gun, so he could put the hurting on the walker, and he fired and missed. And then crazily he fired a heavy howitzer at the walker even though his guys are right there. So maybe that's a case point in favor of the templates when the next version of bolt action comes out, because if he hit with a 4-inch template on my walker, he would kill a few of his own guys in the action. So anyway, that's it for turn 1. Now everything's going to start coming on in reserve, and obviously I got some problems over here with the 2 squads ready to blow up my base. So anyway, we'll be back at the end of turn 2. Alright, turn 2's over, and then so is the game, because this game of demolition, and Andre has a squad of paratroopers touching the objective at the end of the turn, so that does it. I thought I would be able to get him off of there, but I wasn't. My walker assaulted that first squad there, because there was a squad in front and a squad behind, and Andre kind of debated about reacting by running away. And if he did that, I think I would have been okay, because he would have had to run 12 inches back, which would have left my walker finishing its run move of 18, coming in contact with this squad here that was the one behind the other squad. So he would have actually engaged and destroyed these guys. The other guys would have been 12 inches back that way. So by not running away, my walker assaulted, wiped out that squad, and he wound up even getting a pin off of the assault because his guys needed 6s to hit. He rolled a 6 and a d6, and that made 7, which is what his armor is, and that's that does damage him. Had a -3 superficial damage, so he did wind up becoming stunned with a pin. Originally we didn't know that, and I had moved him into this cover here facing this direction, do a straight run on these guys the next turn, but that wouldn't have worked either. So, but the squad that finally took the objective, they assaulted my heavy machine gun that was here, and I made a mistake there because I ran them away back to here. What I should have done was stayed and stand and shoot, put some rounds into these guys with a heavy machine gun, and then point blank fired, and that would have been 6 heavy machine gun shots on these guys. I could have taken a few out. So anyway, they got there early in the turn. I brought my Sherman T on. He missed. He still needed 5s even at point blank because he moved, and they're in hard cover, moved even at point blank, still need 5, so he missed. His panel missed. This squad came in, actually did some damage. All this came on and fired, and my other infantry squad failed the order, which actually I don't know if I would even have room for them to do anything. It's kind of packed in over here. But anyway, the end result is he blew up the objective. These guys are stubborn anyway, so even if they did somehow need to pass an order, even with all those pins, they'd still be rolling on full morale. So anyway, everything that happened over here is pretty much inconsequential at this point. At least my heavy infantry didn't die in this battle. They actually did get to fire this game. They fired on the heavy howitzer and put a pin on them. So that's it. For MVP, I guess my MVP is the Walker, even though we kind of messed the rules up a little bit, but he did really good. And if Andre decided not to run, then we'd still be fighting. So anyway, we'll go over and see what Andre's MVP is.
I'm sure it's not a big surprise that my MVP is going to be that squad of paratroopers, and actually both squads. The one squad that took one for the team with the Walker, and the squad behind it that was able to come in and take the objective. The Kangaroo did its job. I think I really like it, especially when it's all decked out. Had this been a different mission, I would have also had my lieutenant and another guy in there, which would have allowed me to fire all 3 weapons on it even after everybody bailed out. But because I could only take half my units, it was short staffed, so it was destroyed as soon as I got out and took the objective. But stayed focused on the objective. I saw an opening and went for it. It was kind of an all or nothing gambit, and it paid off. Anyway, it was short, sweet.
All right, so Andre got cut off a little bit at the end, but he was pretty much done. So that's it for number 14. It's a nice and short battle report this time, because I pretty much made the mistake of putting my objective too close to the road with 20 paratroopers in a transport. But I thought I might be able to clear them off, but having that not been able to turn and assault really screwed me up. So if I could have done that, I probably could have wiped out both squads with that one Walker. But anyway, that's it for battle report 14. Next time hopefully it'll be a little bit longer.